you take your time. There's something about the love of things you like. Fire when the strobe hits. Bet you're looking for something new. I feel the heat with you staring up across the room.
Hello everyone, how you all are at your home? I hope that you all are doing very well and you are safe at your home. So today, rather having live classes, we are having video sessions. So you all are welcome to English class, subject English class 9th by Miss Purnima Bhardwaj. Let's have some instructions first. You have to upload your homework on the portal or you have to mail me on the pwrlimavbb@gmail.com. Take a pencil with you to underline the difficult word and write the meaning as well as on the spot. Write down all the words with their meanings in the fair notebook. If you have not written, that will be okay. Do all the uploaded work in the fair notebook. Now this is chapter number 6. Book number 1, My Childhood. Okay, let's have the objectives of this video. In this video, we will do the summary of the chapter, question answers of the chapter and recapitulation of the chapter. You have to do only the question answers in the notebook and rest you have to do in the book only. Okay, these are the few instructions. I will upload this on your portal. Okay, this is chapter number 6, My Childhood. It's the summary. In his autobiography, Wings of Fire, Kalam has described his childhood. He was born in 1931 in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. His father, Jainulabuddin, possessed great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. Despite the fact that he neither had formal education nor was a wealthy man, his mother, Ashiamma, was a gentle lady who fed so many people every day. The whole family lived in their ancestral house where all the basic necessities were provided. Kalam had a secure childhood both emotionally and materially. When Kalam was 8 years old, when Second World War broke out in 1939, a sudden demand for tamarind seeds erupted in the market. Kalam would collect the seeds and sell them to a provision store. He was paid for an hour for a day's work. Soon there was an emergency-like situation due to war. The first casualty was the suspension of train halt at Rameshwaram's station. This affected the distribution of newspapers also. Kalam would catch the bundles of newspapers from the moving train and sell them. He fetched an anna per day for the services. Kalam inherited some characteristics from his parents like honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Kalam had 3 friends, Ramananda, Sastri, Arvindan and Siva Prakasan. They all belonged to Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. Kalam and his family participated in the annual Sri Sita Ram Kalyanam ceremony. They used to arrange boats with special platforms to carry idols of Lord from the temple to the marriage site. Kalam's mother and grandmother used to tell them the stories from the Ramayana and the Prophet's life. They were their favorite bedtime stories. When Kalam was in the 5th class, a new teacher came to their school. He could not digest the fact that Hindu and Muslim can sit together in the class. Kalam used to wear a cap that the Muslims wear and his friend Ramananda Sastri wore a thread around him. The teacher thought that Kalam was a Muslim and asked him to shift to the last bench in the class. Ramanatha cried to this and felt very upset. Both the boys narrated the incident to their respective parents. They summoned the teacher and told him not to spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance. They asked him to either apologize or leave the school. The teacher felt bad for his behavior and apologized to them. This incident transformed the teacher completely. Kalam's science teacher, Siva Subramania Iyer, an Orthodox Brahmin, tried his best to break the social barriers. He advised Kalam to go for the higher education. Once he invited Kalam to his house for dinner. But Iyer's wife did not like the idea of a Muslim boy joining them for dinner. She did not allow him to enter her kitchen, but Iyer served food and sat beside Kalam to eat food. While he was leaving, Siva Subramania invited him again to his house. On his next visit, Kalam found that his wife too welcomed him and also allowed him to enter her kitchen. After the Second World War was over, Kalam asked his father that he wanted to leave Rameswaram and study in the district headquarters of Ramanathapuram. Though his mother did not want him to go, but his father convinced her to let him go. So this was the summary, students, and now we will have the question and answers of this chapter. Okay. So students, start writing the question and answers. First of all, take your pen, pencil and everything, whatever you want to write the question and answers. Write down the first question, page number 75. Where was Abdul Kalam's house? Write down the answer. Abdul Kalam's house was on the Mosque Street of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. Next question is, what do you think Dinamani is the name of? Give a reason of your answer. Dinamani may be the name of a local newspaper because Kalam says that he used to trace the stories of the war in the headlines of Dinamani. Next question. Who were Abdul Kalam's school friends? What did they become later? Ramanatha Shastri, Arvindan and Shiva Prakashan were Abdul Kalam's school friends. Ramanatha Shastri became the high priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Arvindan had a business of arranging transport for the pilgrims, and Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor of the Southern Railways. Question number 4. How did Abdul Kalam earn his first wages? When emergency was declared, the train halt in Rameshwaram station was suspended. The newspapers were bundled and thrown out of the moving train. His cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspapers, wanted a helping hand to catch these bundles. Abdul Kalam took over his job. This is how he earned his first wages. Now, next question is, had he earned any money before that? Question mark. In what way? Question mark. Write down the answer. Yes, Abdul Kalam had earned some money before also. When the Second World War broke out, there was a sudden demand for tamarind seeds in the market. Full stop. He used to collect the seeds and sell them at a provision shop. Full stop. This earned him 1 anna per day. Write on the next question. Answer each of these questions in a short paragraph about 30 words. How does the author describe his father, his mother, himself? First, answer number 1. Kalam says that his father, Jainul did not have much formal education or much wealth, full stop, but he possessed great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. He avoided all inessential comforts and luxuries. Second answer, Kalam's mother, Ashiama, was an idle helpmate to her husband. Every day, she provided food to more outsiders than her family members. Full stop. Next part. The author describes himself as a short boy with distinguished looks, born to tall and handsome parents. Full stop. He had a secure childhood. Full stop. He was honest and self disciplined, who believed in goodness and deep kindness. Write down the next question. What characteristics does he say he inherited from his parents? He says that he inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Full stop. Write on the next question, students. Discuss these questions in your class with your teacher and then write down your answer in 2 or 3 paragraphs each. First question. On the whole, the small society of Rameshwaran was very rigid in terms of the segregation of different social groups, says the author. First, which social groups does he mention? Question mark. Were these groups easily identifiable? For example, by the way they dressed. Write on the answer number 1, students. He mentions 2 social groups of Rameshwaram: Orthodox Brahmins and Muslims. Full stop. Yes, comma. These groups were easily identifiable. Full stop. Kalam wore a cap, comma, which marked him as a Muslim. Ramanatha Shastri wore a sacred thread which marked him a Hindu. Full stop. Question number 2, or we can say part 2. Were they aware only of their differences, or did they also naturally share friendships and experiences? Think of the bedtime stories in Kalam's house, of who his friends were, and of what used to take place in the pond near his house. Let's have an answer. Answer number 2. No, they were not only aware of their differences, but also they shared friendships and experiences. Full stop. The bedtime stories Kalam's mother and grandmother told were about the events from the Ramayana and from the life of the Prophet. Full stop. His 3 close friends were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. Full stop. During the Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, his family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site. Part number 3. The author speaks both of people who were very aware of the differences among them and those who tried to bridge these differences. Can you identify such people in the text? Answer number 3. The people who were aware of the differences among them were the new teacher who joined Rameshwaram Elementary School and came to teach Kalam in the 5th standard. Full stop. He could not tolerate a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. Full stop. Kalam was made to sit in the last bench. Second, his science teacher's conversative wife who refused to serve dinner to Kalam in her ritually pure kitchen. Full stop. Those who tried to bridge these differences were first Lakshmana Shastri, who told the new teacher not to spread the poison of inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. B. Kalam's science teacher Siva Subramania Iyer, who invited Kalam to his house, served food to him with his own hands and dined with him. Okay, now next part, that is fourth one. Question is, narrate two incidents that show how differences can be created, comma, and also how they can be resolved. Full stop. How can people change their attitudes? Answer number 4, write down, students. The first incident was when a new teacher came to their class and found Abdul Kalam, a Muslim boy, sitting next to Hindu priest's son, Ramananda Shastri. Full stop. Kalam was asked to sit on the last bench, or we can say back bench. Full stop. Both of them felt very sad. Full stop. They went home and told this to their respective parents. Full stop. Lakshmana Shastri summoned the teacher and told him not to spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance among children. Full stop. The teacher regretted his behavior and this incident ultimately reformed him. Full stop. The other incident was when his science teacher, Siva Subramania Iyer, invited Kalam to his house for meal. Full stop. His conservative wife refused to serve Kalam in her ritually pure kitchen. Full stop. His teacher served the food with his own hands and sat down beside him to eat his meal. Iyer invited him for dinner the next weekend also. The next week, when Kalam visited the house, Iyer's wife took him to her kitchen and served him food with her own hands. Full stop. These two incidents show that differences can be created and how they can be resolved. Full stop. People can change their attitudes by breaking social barriers and mingling with everyone. Next question, write down, students. Why did Abdul Kalam want to leave Rameshwaram? Write down the next question, students. First part. Now second part. What did his father say to this? Question mark. Third part. What do you think his words mean? Question mark. Why do you think he spoke those words? Question mark. Answer number 1. Kalam wanted to leave Rameshwaram to study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. Second answer. Kalam's father said that he knew that one day Kalam had to go away to grow. Full stop. He says that the seagull flies across the sun alone and without a nest. Full stop. He then quoted Khalil Gibran to Kalam's mother, saying that her children were not her own children. They were the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. Full stop. They came through their parents but not from them. They may give their love but not their thoughts, as the children have their own thoughts. Second answer. Abdul Kalam's father's words bear great meanings. Full stop. First, he inspires his son to go ahead by giving the example of the seagull. Full stop. The seagull flies across the sun alone and has to find its means of livelihood. Similarly, every child has to get separated from their parents and find their means. Secondly, he explains to Kalam's mother, quoting Khalil Gibran, parents can give their love to children but not their thoughts. Children have their own thought. He spoke those words to encourage Abdul Kalam and to control the emotional attachment of his wife for Kalam. So students, now the question answers have been over. Only till here you have to write in your notebook, and this thinking about language, this you have to write down in your book only. You will not write down this in your notebook. Okay, I will upload this for you on the portal. You can have this from there also. Okay, and I want your work complete by today only, and you have to send me your work by today. Okay, so now let's just recapitulate our video, whatever we have done in this video. So we are having recapitulation of the video. First of all, we have done the reading and explanation of the chapter. Okay, then the question answers, and now we are doing the recapitulation. Students, you have to send me your work on pwrnimavbb@gmail.com, as you all are aware. Okay, and you have to do the questions with the blue black pen and answers with the blue pen. Gel only you have to use. Just make out the portfolio work of yours. Okay, and write down the full name of yours with the full class, full section, and whatever you are sending on the mail, just write down on the subject very clearly, so that I can maintain the record as well. Okay students, now just take care. Bye bye, and thank you for the video watching.